Welcome to today's Weekend Insight. And for today's Weekend Insight, I picked up on a situation where you're trying to make someone feel better about themselves than they actually do. And so what I first and foremost thought of is what my friends did for me when I was in high school and people were making fun of my name because Talar is not a very common name in French Canadian. And so what my colleagues did is that they took on the joke that they were making and they used it themselves until to such a point that I just did not attach such bad things to that what they were saying. So let us see. The state of mind, depending on which one you're in. Okay, for those who take the taunts or the joke as a victim will see the situation as a bad thing, but for those who see it as a victor, they will take that what they're saying and turn it into a joke so that they don't feel so threatened by it or so offended by it. And in that case, I don't really need to pick. All I need to do is pull a scripture card just to see what will assist us in being able to that is a lot. All this to say, we got 4 scripture cards. Okay, the first one is Matthew book 5 verse 4, which says, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted." So if you mourn the fact that you are being picked on, bullied, teased by this one thing, you will be comforted because of how karma deals with certain things, right? What goes around comes around, and you might not be able to see it on the day, but it is going to come back and bite the other people in the rear sooner or later. Okay? I'm just saying. Now, the next card is Romans book 15 verse 7, which says, "Accept one another, then, just as Christ accepted you, in order to bring praise to God." Accept one another, then, accept one another, just as Christ accepted you, then, in order to bring praise to God. So, if you want to be on a better footing with God, what I'm getting, this is my perspective, is to accept your brothers and sisters as they are. Okay? As they are. Because, let's face it, God created all of us differently so that we can make this earth interesting. Imagine if everyone was the same person. All of us would be bored out of our minds. There's more to this than just that, but just imagine if everyone was the same. We'd be bored. We would be bored. There'd be nothing interesting going on ever. Ever. I'm just saying. Alright. Now, the next card is Proverbs book 28 verse 13. Okay, which says, "Whoever conceals their sins does not prosper, but the one who confesses and renounces them finds mercy." And this particularly because of the fact that if you keep things bottled up inside, it is going to eat away at you. And if you aren't able to at least talk about it to a certain extent, it is going to eat at you, right? It's going to eat you on the inside, number one. And you won't know what to do about it because your thoughts are just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Have you ever heard of upward spirals and downward spirals? The only thing that's going to happen with that is it's just going to get exponentially bigger and exponentially more of whatever it was. So if you want to put a stop to it, at least be able to talk about it with the right person that is going to be able to put you at ease and give you good give you good counsel. All right, because if you talk about it with the wrong people, people who have no idea what is going on and how to assist you, you're actually going to cause more harm than good. So keep that in mind. Now, for the last card, we got Proverbs book 17, verse 22. Okay, which says, "A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones." So, make sure to give yourself, what I'm hearing from this is, first and foremost, make sure that you give yourself some happy nutrition, right? Good vibes, good music, good videos, things that'll lift up your spirits. Because happy, cheerful people will will be good medicine to themselves. Not only like they will be more cheerful for the people around them, but what will happen is that the dopamine inside their body, or specific like chemicals that the brain produces, will allow them to have a more healthy uh, perspective, a healthy attitude in regards to life. Also, that will assist them in maintaining their good health. All right, because a crushed spirit dries up the bones. A crushed spirit feels like, well, that would be referring to a downward moving spiral, which would do the same thing as an upward moving spiral, which will which will make things more and more and more and more and more negative. Negative, feeling worse, feeling worse, feeling worse, feeling worse, feeling worse. And you do not need to feel worse. You need to feel better. Because feeling better actually allows things to heal and will put you in the right headspace to figure out how to allow the healing to come into your body, and how to allow your attitude to get better so that you can have a better interaction with others, which will then in turn impact how you feel, which will then in turn impact how your health is. You know, it's all intertwined, they're all interconnected. And so one will definitely affect the other, and so on and so forth. So, what I want you to think about is, how do you make sure to stay in a positive attitude? Ponder that.